Understand the 2022
Hello everyone, my name is Jim. This is Videos of Rail Strike History and Lessons. In this video, I want to tell you about the railroad worker strike on 2022.
Railroads built America, weaving its vast landscapes together and fueling its economy. But beneath this legacy lies a history of struggle, one of workers fighting for fair wages, humane conditions, and the respect they deserve.
This is the story of the 2022 railroad workers strike, its connection to the past, and what it reveals about labor struggles today.
To understand the 2022 strike, we must first look back to 1877, the Great Railroad Strike, America's first nationwide labor action, began as a response to wage cuts amidst an economic depression. Workers across multiple states walked off the job, halting rail traffic and sparking solidarity protests. Despite its violent suppression, which left over 100 workers dead raw, the strike marked a turning point, demonstrating the power of organized labor and inspiring future movements. This history reminds us of the risks workers have taken to demand justice and the long legacy of corporate resistance to fair treatment.
Fast forward to 2022, and echoes of 1877 are clear this time. The strike wasn't just about wages at its core, was the controversial Heimwee's attendance policy introduced by Basque Railway earlier that year.
The policy punished workers for taking time off even for emergencies, using a strict points-based system. Workers started with 30 points but faced deductions ranging from 2 to 25 points depending on the day and reason for absence.
High-impact days like holidays saw the largest penalties, and losing all points resulted in suspension or even termination. To regain points, workers had to remain on call for 14 consecutive days. A near impossible demand given the unpredictability of their schedules.
Railroad engineers and conductors, who were already on call most of the time, found the policy unbearable. It forced them to choose between their jobs and critical family or health needs. Reports surfaced of workers missing funerals or medical appointments, leading to a mass exodus of experienced employees. Meanwhile, workers were denied basic rights like paid sick leave, making it nearly impossible to take time off without penalty. The broader issue lay in the railroad's adoption of precision scheduled railroading, or PSRA, strategy aimed at maximizing efficiency and profits. PSRA reduced the workforce by 30% over 6 years, forcing remaining workers to endure longer shifts, unpredictable schedules, and fewer resources.
While touted as a benefit to shippers and consumers, primarily enriched shareholders, with major railroads distributing $146 billion in dividends and buybacks over the past decade while investing less in infrastructure and labor stability.
Union leaders brought these grievances to the bargaining table, demanding not just higher wages, but a meaningful overhaul of the attendance system and the inclusion of paid sick leave. With a strike looming, President Biden's administration intervened, brokering a tentative agreement that included modest concessions.
However, the deal offering a single paid personal day fall far short of addressing workers' needs. The lack of substantial sick leave provisions underscored the railroads' prioritization of profit over the well-being of their employees.
After intense negotiations, an agreement was reached, a 24% pay increase by 2024, annual $1,000 bonuses, and a freeze on healthcare costs. While these concessions were celebrated by some, they failed to address the core issue, Colpur, and its impact on workers' lives. A promise of an additional day off felt symbolic rather than substantial.
The Rail Safety Improvement Act of 2008, ROSIA, attempted to address some of these challenges by capping monthly work hours and mandating a 10-hour undisturbed rest period. However, its implementation highlighted operational burdens such as increased delays and scheduling conflicts. While aimed at mitigating fatigue and improving safety, the measures did little to counteract the systemic pressures of posture, leaving workers with limited relief from exploitative practices.
You're also seeing restrictions on hours of service were meant to protect workers, yet they clash with railroads' cost-cutting strategies.
The emphasis on efficiency over resilience has made compliance challenging, amplifying the need for stronger reforms that prioritize worker well being and operational stability over shareholder gains.
The 2022 strike may not have fully succeeded, but is a highlight reminder of the power workers hold. Without them, trains stop a goods stop, T move, and the economy stalls. Change requires solidarity, public support, and bold action.
To honor this legacy, we must demand policies that prioritize workers over profits, break up corporate monopolies, and ensure fair labor practices. Stand with railroad workers. Their fight is our fight.
The history of rail labor is a story of resilience and unity. Let's continue that story by supporting those who keep America moving. The time to act is now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jim. This is Videos of Rail Strike History and Lessons. In this